Hi, happy Thursday. I'm here to let you all know what you're going to be doing today and also provide you with some considerations for your personal statements. What you're going to be doing today is today is going to be the last day in class that you're going to have to work on your personal statements before the rough drafts are due on Sunday at midnight to Canvas. When you make your submission, make sure that the application that you're applying to is clearly displayed. So let me know if this is for UC Personal Insight or if this is for the Common App application. And then you are also going to clearly display the prompt that you're responding to. So sometimes kiddos will not actually respond to the prompt. They'll like write a bunch, but they don't answer the questions being asked of them. So having that pairing just side by side within the document will help me be able to give feedback and will help your peers be able to give good feedback too. Lastly, in your document, make sure that you have the word count for each of your responses as you're working through your text. Okay, considerations about your personal statements, things for you to think about and things for you to know in the future. So with these personal statements, the admissions officers ask these big questions because they want to see how you as your unique self respond to them and interpret them, and then also are able to generate replies and show reflection that you can take things that you've learned in your 15, 16, 17 years of life and transfer them into the future. So what does this mean? It means if you are the kid who thinks, I don't have anything to bring to the table, all I do is go to school and then I go home and I take care of my siblings. I'm not like out here changing the world. No college is going to want me. That is actually the student that colleges want. You just have to change your mindset. You have to take these ordinary qualities that you do every day and understand that they have extraordinary capabilities that are built into these skills that you do, and you don't even think about it. So for instance, let's go with this example of taking care of your siblings. If you're responsible for taking care of your siblings, you don't realize how much thinking, how much brain power you're actually doing in that process. You're demonstrating this thing called executive function skills, where you're able to think about, okay, these are the things that need to be done in the immediate, like right now. These are things that I need to be thinking about for the future. And you're doing that for someone that is in your care, your sibling, but then you're also doing it for yourself. And you're trying to get as much accomplished in the time that you've been given. And you're also juggling different things as well. And you're anticipating the needs, and you're also dealing with things that randomly pop up that you weren't expecting. All of that is incredibly useful for any sort of dynamic in the future, be it a workplace, be it a lab, be it a classroom setting. All of that is helpful. So you need to think about how you can talk about the things that you do in your day-to-day and how that makes you someone who is like a good fit for potentially any real atmosphere in the future, or how you realize how you can take these skills in one arena and transfer them into another. So that's a consideration for you. Also, with the personal statements, I want you to consider, I think that we can all agree that from this IO process, that it was helpful for many of you to get things down on paper, to take your thoughts that are kind of swirling around in your head, put them on paper, and then once they are on paper, take them and speak them, verbalize them. And then after you verbalize them, you go back and you edit, you tweak what has been written. So whatever it is that you say in your personal statements, you can manipulate that in the future if it's well done for different questions that you're going to get when you're in the interview process, whether it be a job interview or a scholarship interview or an alumni interview for a college. So if you can think thoughtfully about you and your own experience, write it into these personal statements, really commit it to memory and then also your heart, then you can use this in the future. Anecdotally, I've used the same personal statement that I wrote in college for grad school. I've used it, I've manipulated it, and I've changed it definitely over the course of the years, but the backbone, the structure of it is essentially the same. And if you are a person who feels like you want to be able to have a sense of continuity with who you are now, with what you're going to be in the future, that can be helpful. And you also don't want to spend your personal statements like lying about things, because when someone starts to speak to you about it, like that's when the lies are revealed, when you have to explain your lies that you've written about and you forget what you've written about. So don't lie in your personal statements. And also don't think that you have to do something like grandiose and world changing or world defining, because you're great as you are.